We begin tonight with a unique effort to address the widespread problem of addiction.
A wonderful, dangerous new musical called My Pet Dragon.
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 I am a big fan of My Pet Dragon.
Addiction is taking center stage.
I wrote a note in my little notebook that said, "Is addiction a monster?"
It's a musical that highlights the struggle to overcome the dangerous and in many cases deadly compulsion.
It was the first time in a long time that I was reminded of the strength and power in my own story.
Our goal is healing.
It truly changed my life. It is a story that has to be told.
It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It gives you hope.
Makes me feel understood. Not alone.
Hello. Well, I'm Maggie Moe.
And I'm Joshua Vranas.
And we wrote My Pet Dragon. So, John, yeah, oh, thank you. I love a little bit of applause. Or a lot of applause, I don't know. So Josh and I met at NYU Tisch School for Graduate Musical Theater Writing in the fall of 2019. Oh, and if you didn't already know, the dragon is an allegory for addiction.
Exactly. We are artists who are really passionate about telling stories that matter, and this one's pretty personal for us, so it's really amazing. Opioid addiction has taken 100,000 lives just last year alone, which is a pretty sobering number. And there are over 2 million people in Alcoholics Anonymous as of last year as well.
So it's kind of bizarre to think about writing a musical to solve the probably biggest lethal threat to society that we have in America today, but that's exactly what we did. And we figure we're just putting chocolate on broccoli, we're teaching it through entertainment, and if we can do for addiction recovery what Hamilton did for American history, then I'd say we've done our jobs pretty well. Yeah.
Thank you. So we're going to take you through the journey of the show tonight as we continue talking about it. And so go on this journey with us. Picture it. Spotlight on Georgia Victor, a young 18-year-old who suffers from chronic migraines. She's tried everything, and nothing's worked. But in one last attempt, she goes to the doctor's office with her mom, and the doctor says, I have the cure, a dragon. And having nothing else to lose, Georgia says, sure, why not? And she takes it home, it begins to hatch, and as she looks into its eyes, all of her pain melts away for the very first time, and she feels like she has arrived. So this is our first song, Arrived.
Like, whoa, hello. Suddenly I see things so clear. I missed you, and yet you're right here. This feeling I'm feeling's too good to be true. Yeah, I could get used to you. Nothing they gave me before ever jived. Now I have arrived. I went from being less than alive to feeling like I have arrived. Like, wow, right now I'm completely floored by ya. This is pure euphoria. This sensational sensation. It's like I'm on vacation. Yesterday's passion seems so contrived, 'cause now I
or strife. It's the best day of my life. You've reached through my soul and you're under my skin. Where do you end? Where do I begin? Revved up the car and put it in drive, and now I have arrived at the edge of the pool on the highest of dives. Feel like I have arrived. I'm falling in love. I'm totally gassed. Can something this perfect possibly last?
Georgia. Thank you. So Arrived is Georgia's first high, essentially. And it seems pretty magical, pretty wonderful, but as we all know too well, dragons grow.
That they do. That's something that Josh and I know a little too well because I am an addict that's been in recovery since January 18th of 2016. Woo-hoo. 7 years, yeah.
And I am an alcoholic in recovery since July of 2020 when we started writing the show.
And it always means so much to me to hear that I could have any impact on Josh because it truly makes a difference to tell your story. You never know who you're going to help. And so if we get enough people to see this story, then, you know, we can help countless other people. We've been really blessed with the show so far to have a lot of opportunities. We work with 35th Parallel Productions, who produced Hadestown on Broadway. And we had our first reading at Ripley Greer in March of 2022. Rave reviews, sold out, green light, let's go. Then we went to Hilton Head and had our workshop in August of 2022. Again, green light, great experience there. We had another reading in Dallas in November 2022. And a performance we had at the Gala for Acceptance Recovery Center in Athens, Georgia, gave us the opportunity to open our show. That's right, the full production, costumes, lights, orchestrations, technical wowery in March of 2024. So in Atlanta, Georgia, we are proud to announce that we will be opening our show for everybody's consumption.
Exactly. Because this musical is so much bigger than just us. It is a whole team of people that we are so excited to, we're excited to premiere next year. It's going to be amazing. And then hopefully moving it around the country, up to New York, with our sights set on Broadway. So continuing on Georgia's journey, after the dragon starts to grow, Georgia's life kind of seems to spiral out of control for her. She ends up dropping out of school, she loses all of her friends, and she thinks that she's hit her rock bottom when at the end of Act 1, her parents throw her out of the house. So it's just Georgia alone on the street with her giant dragon, and in a song of defiance, they fly off into New York together.
Sorry,
technical difficulties in the theater. There we go.
Well, this is rock bottom at long last. Billy was looking for you, oh please. With friends like these, who needs enemies?
I'm finally happy, I'm finally free. Would it kill them to be fucking happy for me?
Oh, they never understood you. They never will. It's all going to be okay, Georgia. I'm here.
day feeling no pain. The fact that I felt that I had to explain just shows the discrepancy, widens the bridge. I can't even fathom the sheer privilege, but no, I'm the problem. I'm nothing but problems. Now I found something to finally solve them. They think I've lost it. Well, here's to hitting rock bottom.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're finally seeing the truth. We need a place to stretch out. I need a place to stretch out. Why should such royalty live amongst peasants? That brownstone, pathetic. A queen needs a palace. No more Frank, Lois, Billy, or Alice. They're common, superfluous. We don't need anyone but us, Georgia. Their simplicity, and ergo their subsequent complicity. It's not your fault. Hell, you're an adult. You have arrived at the top of the peak. When they come at you, just turn the other cheek. Before you and I know it, we'll have forgot 'em. I'm all you need, dear. Here's to hitting rock bottom.
You are so right, Morse. We gotta get out of here. Wait, is there a chance I've lost my mind?
A sharper mind I couldn't find.
What if they're right, though?
I promise you're bright. So, Georgia, remember when you were a kid, you never fit in like the other ones did. You craved a life, knew how much was in store. You knew that somewhere out there, there was more. And I'm that more. I'm that more.
Oh, Morphe, am I ever gonna get enough of you?
Let's find out. Hop on. Let's fly.
Above the clouds, let's go. No one here to say no. Above the clouds, let's go. No one here to say no. There's only you and I. It's time for us to fly. Bottom, I have arrived at the top of the peak. I can barely see the specks I left rowing up Schitt's Creek. And someday they'll realize what I taught 'em.
What you taught 'em, your
My old ways of life, I already forgot 'em. They think I lost it. Well, here's to hitting rock bottom. But, well, as you could sadly probably guess, that was not, in fact, Georgia's true rock bottom.
No, Act 2 continues and Georgia's life continues to spiral even farther out of her control than she ever realized it could. She gets into some shady dealings and she ends up making a lot of decisions that she thinks she's gonna have to regret for the rest of her life. And Georgia eventually hits her true rock bottom. And typically in stories of addiction, that's where the story would end, with the addict at their lowest and probably dead, to be honest. But we wanted to tell a story of hope because recovery is possible, and we're testaments to that.
Absolutely. It was really important for Josh and I to remind everybody, or maybe tell somebody for the first time, that addiction is not a death sentence. You know, if all you see are the headlines, if all you hear about deaths and fentanyl overdoses, if you know somebody who dies of an overdose, it'd be pretty hard to believe that there are those of us out here who can recover and who have recovered, but there are, and we are testaments to that. Our lead character, George, is a testament to that, and there are 2 million and counting other Americans currently in AA or other recovery programs that prove that there is hope. There is a light. There is the rainbow after the storm. And that is very important, and I'm really glad that Josh and I could tell that part of the story too.
Exactly. So Georgia gets the help that she needs, and she starts to make amends with the people that she loves the most. And at the end of the show, she attends a meeting, and she sings the mantra, "One day at a time." So this is our closer, because we can change the world together.
One day at a time.
Who can say what tomorrow will bring? For now I'll do the next right thing. I'll meet with others, share my feelings. It's through this I've started healing. It's not the Friday night I might have planned, but I need to be with people who understand. I'll take this one day at a time. That's what this has to be, one day at a time. It's time to work on me, and there's a part of me I have to tame. Life may never look the same, but it will all turn out just fine if we take it one day, one day, one day at a time. Here, let me explain. I had a sprain in my brain, and it gave me pain. A doc gave me a dragon, and it got bigger than I could contain. I lost my school, I lost my friends, but that's not how my story ends. You reached out your helping hand, showed me you all understand. Being us is not a crime. We take it one day at a time, one day at a time. 'Cause we need to tame, and life may never look the same, but it'll all turn out just fine if we take it one day, one day, one day at a time.
Georgia.
Not today, Morphe. I told you. Not today.
Though
It's hard to shake it. We take it one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day at a time.
Once again, I'm Joshua Vranas.
I'm Maggie Moe. We wrote My Pet Dragon. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.